And we are back here for game number 2 of this doubleheader. Game 3 of this 3-game set. It's the rubber match between Case Western Reserve and WashU. The Spartans won the first game on Friday afternoon 4-1. The Bears responded with a 7-4 8-inning victory earlier today. And now this game will decide who really is in first place in the UAA as we head in to the second weekend of conference play. I'm Eddie Karakas. I'll be back here for game number 2 for you. We'll give you starting lineups as we get going here, starting a little bit late because that first game went 8 innings, 3 full hours of softball here today. So for the Spartans, a little bit different look for Case Western Reserve, I guess batting lineup-wise. In the field, your infield is the same. It's Bisberry at third, Karen Potts at short, Natalie Ching at second, Kate Coonan at first. The outfield, it's Violet Tuma in left, Ashley Miller in right, Nyla Durham in center. And the pitching catching battery is Cameron McClelland and Sophia Becker. It's Julia Sulo leading things off for the Bears. Sulo, who in the first game went 2 for 5, drove in 3 runs, scored twice for WashU. She's playing left field as she has all series long. It'll be Sulo, Locasio, Nix, Donaldson, Fung, May, Kinney, Sandana, and Grippo for the Bears in their starting 9. First pitch coming up from Cameron McClelland, who threw the last pitch for the Spartans in game number 1 as well. She threw an inning in that opener, allowed 3 runs, all unearned on what ended up being 2 hits. First pitch called a strike, and we're underway here from Mather Park. It's 3:47 p.m. So McClelland in the circle for the Spartans. This is the 3rd time she's faced the Bears. She started game number 1, went a full complete game, 7 innings, got the win, took the loss, earlier today in that extra inning contest. That pitch outside for a ball, it's 1-1. And now here she is starting game number 3. This season, the first-year student, 5-3 with a 3.02 ERA. Her 8th start, 11th appearance in the circle, leads the team with 44 innings pitched. 48 strikeouts in those 44 innings. The 1-1 offering. Outside for a ball, 2-1. She'll face Sulo, who hit a 3-run home run in the second inning in this earlier game. What I thought was going to be the difference, but ended up not, as that pitch high and tight for a ball, 3-1. Oh, was it a strike? A little bit of a delayed call there. My apologies. 2-2 now on Sulo. WashU started that first game up 4-0. They scored 3 in the second and 1 in the third. Strike, and that pitch inside again for a ball. It's now full, 3-2. WashU led 4-0 after 2.5. Spartans with 1 in the third, 1 in the fifth. Scored 2 in the 6th to tie the game. And that pitch fouled up the left field line. Still 3-2. We went to extras in the first game. WashU loaded the bases with nobody out. McClelland responded with back-to-back strikeouts. But a ball hit up the right field line for a triple, drove in 3 runs, and the Bears won 7-4. As Julia Sulo works a leadoff walk here to start this final contest. It'll be Elena Locasio to the plate now for the Bears. She went 1 for 4 earlier today, and in the first game of the series, 1 for 3 as well. So 2 for 7. Against Case Western Reserve pitching. As there's some issues with the pitch com, it seems like. Case Western Reserve is using a digital system to relay balls and strike, or not balls and strikes, the pitch calls. Pitch out here, throw down to second, but tag not be able to apply it, so a stolen base for Sulo on that ball. For Sulo, that's stolen base number 21 on the season. Almost automatic now at this point that if she reaches, she'll get to second base. So a 1-0 count on Locasio. For WashU, runner in scoring position already for the Bears. Shows bunt. And down to third now is Sulo on pitch. To me, it looked like in the zone. Pass ball on the catcher, Becker. So Sulo now in third. 2-0 is the count on Locasio. Infield in to get the play at the plate. Pitch inside for a ball, 3-0. So McClellan, who only walked 3 in the opener on Friday night and walked a batter earlier today. Walked the first batter she faced in this game, and then 3-0 on the second hitter, now 3-1 on Locasio. Spartans get the sign. Here comes the pitch. Grounded up the third baseline, but foul. Runs the count full, 3-2. Been a good weekend of softball between these two teams. A couple of close contests so far to start this series, and I imagine the same from this rubber match here. The full count offering. Swing and a miss, strike 3. So McClellan gets the strikeout. Runner still at third now, 1 down here in the top of the first. That'll bring up Harper Nix, who is catching today's game. At least she'll start out behind the plate. Nix went 1 for 3 on Friday night, 1 for 5 earlier today with a pair of strikeouts. So 2 for 8 in the series, 250 line. Batting .383 this season. Overall, pitch outside for a ball, 1-0. A thing to watch with McClellan in the circle is that pitch count, just in general, because she did throw, 41 pitches earlier today. That pitch in the dirt for a ball, 2-0. Good block by Becker. Keeps the runner at third. McClellan threw 41 pitches and 110 on Friday. So I can't imagine she's on much of a long leash, though the Spartans don't have a game until Thursday. 2-0 is the count on Nix. Runner on third, 1 out, fouled back, 2-1. Sulo started the game with a walk. Stole second base, moved to third on a pass ball. Nix at the plate. Now with a 2-1 count here in this one. Chilly day here in Cleveland. Winds picked up, but the sun's come out. 2-1. Popped up. Going to be a tough play. Going to go foul. Tuma, who's in left, chased after it, but couldn't reach it. So now the count's even at 2-2. Yeah, wind's picked up. It's blowing in from left field, it looks like, a little bit. But variable, I'd say, throughout the day today. Temperatures in the upper 30s. Ball outside. Runs the count full, 3-2. Chilly day, but the precipitation has held off. Something we had to worry about yesterday a little bit. Payoff pitch to Nix. Swing and a miss, strike 3. So back-to-back strikeouts from McClellan. And Sulo stays at third. It'll be Christina Donaldson now to the plate. Donaldson, who went 3 for 4 earlier today, had that 3 RBI hit in the 8th inning. My apologies. And then on Friday went 0 for 3. And ball outside, 1-0. So 1-0 is the count on Donaldson. That pitch inside and low, 2-0 now on the right fielder. Donaldson hitting now .415 this season. The junior from Naperville grounds that one to second. Ching will handle it, throw it to first, and the leadoff walk does no damage. The Spartans will head to the bottom of the first. We're scoreless here at Mather Park. And so Kate Coonan will lead things off for the Spartans here in the bottom of inning number 1. Scoreless game. She'll take a strike over the plate. Coonan faces Hattie Bond, who we have yet to see today, or this series at all. Bond, the junior from Williamsville, Illinois, went to Williamsville High School. Another strike there, 0-2 on Coonan. Bond 2-0. This is just her 5th appearance in the circle, 4th start. 1.67 ERA. The 0-2 way outside for a ball, 1-2. In those 4 appearances, she's thrown 21 innings, 12 strikeouts, but 12 walks, 155 batting average against. The 1-2 to Coonan. Hit into right field, might drop, and it does, up the right field line. Coonan looking for second, but we'll go back to first on that. So a base knock for Kate Coonan, a leadoff single. She placed it just about perfectly, as well as you can, in between first base, second base, and right field. So Coonan, who went 2 for 3 on Friday and 2 for 5 in the first game today, gets a base hit to lead it off. Now Biz Berry's to the plate. Berry, who went 3 for 4 earlier today with 3 runs driven in, and walked and had a sacrifice bunt on Friday night, as that pitch is a ball, 1-0. The 1-0 offering to Barry shows bunt, gets it down, fielded over by Grippo to third, throws it over to first, so sacrifice is successful. That was Kinney covering first on that. So the sacrifice bunt goes 5-4. Coonan will move to second, and now we have 1 out. Scoreless between WashU and Case Western Reserve here in the bottom of the first inning. It'll be Karen Potts now to the plate. Potts 0 for 3 with an RBI and a walk earlier today. 2 for 3 on Friday night with a home run. First pitch to her is high for a ball. It's a 1-0. Spartans looking to get things going. Runner on second. One out here in the bottom of the first. There's a strike over the plate. 1-1. A bit more about the pitcher, Hattie Bond. She earned 3 varsity letters at Williamsville High School. Was 2-time All-Conference back then. In her career, 10-1. Is that pitch over for a strike? It's 1-2 now. 10-1 with a 2.12 ERA, 19 appearances, 12 starts, 5 complete games. In 82 2/3 innings, now 83 full innings, she's allowed a 226 batting average. Potts will hit that one to short. Look to go to second, but that'll be an infield single. So Potts legs out an infield single to short. Coonan will get to third on that. Not much Sendana could have done at short there. A well-hit ball. I think her momentum was taking her towards second and just couldn't make a play on first. And Potts, who leads the team in stolen bases, is pretty fast out there. The Ninja Warrior. So Potts at first, Coonan at third. One out here. We'll see what's on between the Spartans. Potts runs. Throw goes on to third and into left field. And that'll be a run. And the left fielder misplayed the ball. So a pair of errors there. Potts will get a stolen base. Coonan will score on the air. Potts will move to third on another error. And now McClellan will bat with a runner on third and one out. So on that play, WashU had a throwback to third on. We've seen them throw it to first or to second on that, and we've seen the catcher fake a throw. That time the Knicks tried to throw it to third, but the throw went over the third baseman and into left field, and now the count is 2-0 on McClellan. And the left fielder, Sulo, misplayed the ball out there, allowed Potts to advance all the way to third. So Potts a steal, now standing on third. A run is across here in the bottom of the first. Liner through the left side, a base hit. So McClellan will drive in a run, and it's 2-0 Spartans. So McClellan with an RBI single there. That'll make Coonan's run earned now. Will Potts' run be unearned is the question. Depends on what happens the rest of this inning. So McClellan now on first base. One out here in the second. In the bottom of the first. Natalie Ching now to the plate, the first-year infielder. Hitting .286 this season. Pitch outside for a ball. Almost looked like a pitch out. Ching in the first game today went 2 for 4, 1 for 3 on Friday. So a pair of good showings from the first year. She's raised her average all the way up to .286. The 1-0 pitch. Outside for a ball, 2-0. Spartans have scored twice now in this bottom of the first inning at Mather Park. They lead 2-0. Ball high, 3-0. WashU threw Maria Brooks in the second game of this series. The first game today, Brooks threw a complete game, 8 innings. Is that pitch catches the zone for a strike. It's 3-1. But she did throw 150 pitches after appearing in relief on Friday, so I can't imagine we'll see her in game 2, but it's possible as well. The 3-1 now. Tighten inside for ball 4. So Ching works the walk. McClellan moves to second. And the Spartans are still working here in inning number 1. It's Elena Steffes to the plate. Steffes, who walked twice in the first game, went 0 for 3. And then on Friday afternoon, 1 for 2 with a 2-run homer. So Steffes will bat, the junior from Findlay. Here with 2 runners on and 1 out. Swing and a miss. First pitch in the zone, but went through the bat of Steffes. 0-1 count now. Pitch from Bond, high and tight, 1-1. Spartans making Bond work here in this inning, already at 20 pitches. This is just the 5th batter. The 1-1 offering. She went off speed, outside for a ball, 2-1. Almost like, I want to call it a screwball, but that's probably not the accurate term in softball. Flicked her wrist on that. Try to get some movement, but it went tailed too far outside. 2-1 to Steffes. Thought about swinging, held up. Ball 3. Laying in a good hitter's count now. 3-1. Runner on second is McClellan. Runner on first is Ching. Spartans lead 2-0. Taking advantage of a couple errors, but also a few hits as well. Steffes in front of that one. Fouls it up the third baseline. Runs the count full, 3-2. So a leadoff walk. Runner moved to second on a sacrifice. After a single put runners at the corners. A stolen base and 2 errors led to a run scoring, and then another single drove in another run. So without those errors, it'd be bases loaded, 1 out. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Steffes goes down swinging for the 2nd out of the inning.
Now batting, number 10, Sophia Becker.
Sophia Becker to the plate, the first-year catcher, hitting 171 this year. 0 for 3 in game 1. 0 for 2 yesterday. So looking for her first hit in the series. Ball inside, 1-0. 5 runs driven in for the first year this season. Started every game behind the plate, though. Popped it up, right side of the infield. It goes all the way into foul territory, but Kinney makes the catch, and that'll retire the side, but not before the Spartans score twice. Here in the first inning, CWRU leads 2-0 as we head to the second.
Katie Fung.
It'll be Katie Fung leading things off for the Bears here in the top of the second inning. Fung playing first base here in this game, making her first start in the series. She went 0 for 1 in a pinch hitting opportunity earlier today. Did not appear in the first game. It's from the left side of the plate. Batting .444 on the season. First pitch from McClelland. Low for a ball, 1-0. Fung, the first-year student from Redwood City, California, Carlmont High School. I want to say Claremont, but it looks like Carlmont, and I think it is Carlmont. There's a strike on the outside part of the plate, evens the count at 1-1. WashU got a leadoff walk. The runner advanced to third, but unable to score in the first. Case Western Reserve scored twice on 3 hits, 2 errors, and a walk in their half of the opening frame. 1-1 from McClelland. Outside and low for a ball, 2-1. The Spartans with a 2-0 lead here early in this one. Case Western Reserve won the first game of the series, 4-1. WashU responded with a 7-4 win in 8 innings. As that pitch popped up on the right side, Coonan under it. She calls off Ching, and that'll be out number 1. Emmy May to the plate now for the Bears. We saw May on Friday, 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts. Did not appear earlier today. The first year from South Lake, Texas, Carroll Senior High School, plays center field. That pitch high and inside for a ball, 1-0. A rise ball rose too much. Check out what's going on around the UAA. Is that pitch low for a ball, 2-0. In conference softball action, there's a lot going on. Emory won their first game in a doubleheader at Brandeis in 5 innings, 15-4. That was earlier today. They lead 8-1 in the 6th. Inside ball 3 to May. So the Eagles trying to go for a quick 3-game sweep of the Judges to open the season. In non-conference play, Chicago defeated Union 6-5 in 8 innings, but lost to MIT to 6-4. Those games in Florida. 3-0, over for a strike, 3-1 now. Carnegie played Penn State Barron. Check in on how the Tartans did against the Lions. In a second here. The 3-1 from McClelland. Lined into left field, will go just foul. Good piece of hitting from Emmy May, but just foul on that. Full count, 3-2. All those games against Penn State Barron were pushed back. They were originally, I think, scheduled earlier in the day. Now they're not scheduled to start until 5 o'clock for Carnegie Mellon. And there's just 18 games in league play. 7 teams play each other 3 times each. Full count. Fouled again. That one into the WashU dugout. 7 teams play each other. 3-game series on campus sites. Every game is important. So just because these games are the first 3 in conference play doesn't mean these 2 don't want to win. 3-2 again. Popped up into foul territory, and that'll go foul again. It's still 3-2. So May with a good at-bat here. This is pitch number 8 in this at-bat. Started out 3-0. McClellan's worked it back to a 3-2 count on the strength of a bunch of foul balls, mostly. Here it is again, payoff. Grounded to Biz. Throw in the dirt, but good scoop by Coonan. And that's out number 2. So 4 in a row now retired for McClellan after the leadoff walk. Austin Kinney to the plate. Kinney, who went 4 for 4 in the opening game with 1 RBI and 1 run scored. Looking to keep it going here against McClellan. First pitch, high and outside for ball 1-0. Another Spartan news. Case Western Reserve baseball team won its first game today. Non-conference action against John Carroll. Pitch inside for a ball 2-0. 19-5 is the final over at the Knob. Game 2 underway here in Cleveland. Case Western Reserve had a 10-run 8th inning in that game. .2-0 from McClellan, fouled straight back, 2-1. I would have caught that if the fence wasn't in the way, and the window and all the other things protecting me from getting caught by foul balls. Two 2-0 Spartans. 2 outs, nobody on here. Top of the second inning. That one drilled but foul into the trees this time. Evens the count at 2-2. Kinney now has raised her average. She's hitting .520 on the season, which is really good, I think. Pretty good. Pretty good, .520. Sulo hitting .500 on the year, leading the team. The 2-2 offering in the dirt, 3-2. A lot of pitches for Kim McClellan so far. This will be number 40 here in inning number 2. Something to watch as we keep going throughout this ballgame. Payoff. Fouled back. Looked like it caught a piece of Becker's glove behind the plate. And we'll do it again. Everyone all bundled up. McClellan, I think, the only one not wearing a jacket out there on the field for Case Western Reserve. Here it goes again, 3-2. Line to the left center field. That'll get down for a base hit. Austin Kinney with her 5th hit of the day. She's going for second. Let's see if she makes it in time. And ball kicks away from second base, so a double for Austin Kinney. Good job by Nyla out there in center to get to that ball, throw it into second base, but it'll go down as a hit for Kinney. Again, her 5th 4-for-4 showing in the first game, and now on second with 2 outs here in the top of the second. Jamie Sandana to the plate, the shortstop, hitting .368. 0 for 2 in the first game as we get a new ball here. And 1 for 1 on Friday afternoon. McClellan only able to catch that one. She'll face Sandana here with 2 outs and a runner in scoring position. Pitch on the outside part of the plate for a strike, 0-1. So Kinney kept the inning alive with a 2-out double. Now on second, looking to cut into this deficit. Fouled back, 0-2. Two ranked teams here. WashU 6th in Division 3. Case Western Reserve 19th, according to the most recent NFCA Top 25 poll. Came out last Tuesday on St. Patrick's Day. Sandana, the 0-2. Off speed. Missed for a ball 1-2. Off speed again. This time made contact, but foul into the batting cages. Still 1-2. Gideon will go back to second. Running on contact there. The 1-2 from McClelland. Called strike 3 on the outside corner. Strikeout number 3 for Cameron. And Case Western Reserve keeps its 2-0 lead as we head to the bottom of the second. It'll be Ashley Miller leading things off for the Spartans here in inning number 2. Case Western Reserve with a 2-0 lead. Miller hitting 8th in this lineup for Case Western Reserve. Started the first game of the series, went 0 for 3. Appeared as a pinch hitter, drew a walk in game number 2. Gets the start again in right. Takes a strike there from Hattie Bond. 0-1. Bond, her second inning of work. Grounder to third. Grippo has it on 2 bounces and throws it over to first. Ground out for Miller. Bring up number 9 hitter Nyla Durham. Good play there by Grippo, who was in a little bit. Moved to her left to get that ball and threw it over to first in one clean motion. Durham to the plate. Durham, who had 2 hits in the opener today and went 0 for 3 on Friday. Takes a ball there, 1-0. So 1-0 count on Nyla here. Bottom of the second, bases is empty. Inside and low in the dirt, 2-0. Oh, Nix, I did not notice this until I saw her get up out of her crouch to retrieve that ball. Left-handed catcher, that may have contributed a little bit to that throw down to third error on the double steal earlier in the first inning. You don't see many left-handed catchers behind the plate these days. Is that pitch low for ball 3-0? Some of it is just receiving. Easier to frame pitches with your left hand when you're a righty. I think that's most of it, actually. The 3-0. Durham taking all the way there. It's a strike, 3-1. I think part of it is it's a shorter throw to the first base side of second for a right-hander than for a left-hander. You have to go across your body on that to get the runners at second. 3-1 home. Durham pops that one up on the infield and caught by Bond, who reached up, used all of her 5'10" frame to get that.
Now batting number 5, Kate.
So Durham is retired. 2 outs here. in the bottom of the second for Kate Coonan, who led off the bottom of the first with a single and scored the first of 2 runs for the Spartans. Coonan now, who had 2 hits in each of the previous 2 games in the series. Take a pitch for a strike outside, 0-1. It's her 7th multi-hit game this season, or of her career. The 0-1. Outside for a ball, 1-1. She's now on a 7-game hit streak with that hit earlier today. 3 of those 7 games, she's had 2 hits. The 1-1 pitch into right center field, going to be a tough play. Center fielder over there, and a great catch by May, going to her left into right center field gap and able to make that play on the run. So Spartans go 1-2-3 here in the second inning. They still lead 2-0. It'll be Kennedy Grippo leading things off, the number 9 hitter in this WashU lineup here for the Bears. Grippo a .313 batting average this season. 1 for 3 today and 1 for 2 on Friday, so 2 for 5 in the series. First pitch is low from Cameron McClelland. 1-0. Grippo, the junior from Lakewood, Illinois, not Ohio. Infield a little bit in at the corners. McClellan gets the sign, the 1-0 pitch. I think she wanted to go outside, but gets the called strike anyway, 1-1. On that pitch, it moved from the outside in there. Went with the fastball. The 1-1 pitch. Driven into left field. Tuma, though, takes a couple steps back and to her right and puts it away out for out number 1. Top of the order, and Julia Sulo to the plate. She walked in her first plate appearance, stranded at third after she stole base and advanced to third on a pass ball. Sulo looking to continue a really good series for her. 4 for 8 in this series, 500 average. Bunts on the first pitch. Bisberry will let it go foul. Good decision there, as the speedy Sulo will be unable to, or is often unable to get out on those kind of pitches. So that bunt goes foul, and Sulo will come back to the plate. In at the corners again, this time further in for Coonan and Barry. Playing for the bunt here from Sulo, who, in addition to slapping the ball, has a little bit of power, hit that home run earlier today. The 0-1 pitch. Slaps that one with some power, but foul, 0-2. If not for the performance of Austin Kinney in Game 2 and now Game 3 of this series, I'd say Julia Sulo is probably the player of this series for the Bears. 500 average, 4 RBI. Fouls that one back out in front, still 0-2. Perhaps you can make an argument for Christina Donaldson, who went 3 for 4 with 3 RBI as well. Tough to say. The 0-2 pitch. Outside, 1-2. Sun briefly appearing here at Mather Park. A welcome sight. And it quickly disappeared. Oh, mostly cloudy here. We started the day overcast and foggy. The 1-2 from McClellan inside on Sulo. Evens the count at 2-2. Started the day overcast and foggy and chilly and cold. Still chilly and cold, but less fog. No fog, actually. Fewer clouds. Spots of sun. Hasn't really warmed up that much. I think it's 40 now. 44. As that pitch low and outside runs the count full 3-2. So from 0-2 to 3-2. Sulo works the count full. She did walk in her first plate appearance today. And with Sulo, a walk is as good as a double with her speed on the base pass. The payoff from McClelland. Ball 4. Second walk of the day for Julia. She's on with 1 out here in the third, and we'll get a change. It'll be, instead of Helena Locasio, looks like it'll be number 21, Olivia Lauber. Olivia Lauber will be hitting for Locasio. Lauber's first appearance in this series. The freshman from Boise, Idaho.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention please. Now batting for Washington. Number
Lauber.
21, Olivia Lauber.
This is just her 6th appearance, her 6th at bat. She's 3 for 5. 2 runs scored, a double, 2 RBI. Also has a sacrifice fly this season. First pitch to her, a pitch out. Throw it on a second, but goes into center field. And good backup there by Durham. So a stolen base for Sulo. Like I said, a walk's as good as a double. Pitch was a ball there, and Sulo's now at second with 1 out. We'll see now. Spartans looking for a bunt, perhaps. Lauber does not have a sacrifice hit. And Sulo takes off and running with Barry in at the corner and able to swipe third. That's a good heads-up play there. As it's hard to go back and cover. You don't expect, especially with 1 out, a steal there. And so now it's a 2-0 count on Lauber, with Sulo now at third. So not just a walk as good as a double, a walk as good as a triple with Julia Sulo. There's a strike, and no, it's not, just kidding. Those delayed calls, it's hard to tell sometimes, so 3-0. McClelland down 3-0. Infield is in, play at the plate on. Spartans nursing a 2-0 lead. She gets a strike on the outside part of the plate, 3-1. Though I would think, depending on how hard the ball is hit, Case Western Reserve might just get the play at first with the speed of Sulo. 3-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. That's 2. Runs the count full, 3-2. I think Becker thought there were 2 strikes on her because she celebrated a little bit more. Maybe she should have for strike number 2. Full count. This is Lauber at the plate. Pops that one foul. Remain full, 3-2. Lauber was at Timberline High School in Boise. Hit 380 for her career in Idaho. Payoff again. Pops that one into foul territory. Goes out of play. Still 3-2. She's in the College of Arts and Sciences at WashU, no declared major just yet. Limited action for the first year so far in this game number 17 for the Bears out of 40. Full count again. Swing and a miss, strike three. McClellan went off speed and Lauber didn't expect it. Strikeout number 4 for the first year. Now there's 2 gone in the inning. Harper Nix to the plate. 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Sulo still at third. 2 down here in the third. Pitch high for ball. 1-0. Rise ball rose a little too high there. Calling back to the rosin bag, trying to get a grip. Nick's looking to cut into that 2-0 deficit. Spartans had 2 in the first inning. That pitch, strike on the outside part of the plate, evens the count at 1. 2 in the first. McClellan drove in a run with a single and 1 run scored on an error by batter at the plate, Nix. The 1-1. Outside, 2-1. And that's been it as far as scoring goes here in this one. First game saw 11 runs come across. 7 for WashU, 4 for Case Western Reserve. And on Friday night, we saw 5 in a 4-1 Case Western Reserve victory. Inside and hits her helmet. So Nix will be on with a hit by pitch. For a second there, looked like she took off her helmet. Not sure what that was about, but quickly put it back on. These teams, high competitive environment. This is a key game, the rubber match of this 3-game set. Donaldson to the plate, 0 for 1 with a ground out. Now runners at the corners. 2 down. Called strike at the knees, 0-1. No movement from Nix over there at first. 1 for 1 in stolen base attempts this year. Donaldson came into the day with 10 RBI, added 3. So I believe she is now second on the team. Throw back to second to the shortstop. Now home. Running back to, I believe that's the third base. And they'll get the runner. And that should be 3 outs. But WashU head coach out to talk to the home plate umpire, see if the pitch, the runner was hit, batter was hit, if there's any sort of interference on that play. We'll come back and let you know. So after some discussion, the pitch was ruled to hit Donaldson. So none of that running or fielding even mattered. So the bases are now loaded for the Bears on back-to-back hit bats.
Now batting, number 9, Katie Fung.
Katie Fung to the plate for the Bears. Fung popped out to lead off the second inning. But McClellan has worked herself into a little bit of trouble here without allowing a hit. A walk to Sulo, followed by 2 steals, and then 2 hit batters. Loads the bases with 2 outs. McClellan gets the strike to lead off this at-bat. Hit batters is an issue for Cameron McClellan in the circle this season. Now up to 13 hit batters. Leads the team. That's in just 45 innings. Slapped foul. Now 0-2 on Fung. Spot here for the Bears to tie or potentially take the lead here in the top of the third. Good job, I would like to say, by the umpires on talking that through, conferencing and making sure they got the call right. Donaldson immediately appeared to point to her elbow, or at least the padding on her elbow. 0-2 count on Fung. Fouled it back, remains 0-2. Bases are loaded. Fung with just 1 RBI this year. She's also seen limited playing time. This is her 4th start on the season. The 0-2 again. In the dirt. Becker blocks it. Prevents a run from scoring. It helped that that pitch was in itself in the right-handed hitter's batter's box. So any potential advance would have been impeded just by Becker kind of standing there with the ball. The 1-2 from McClelland, fouled back. Bat back continues. Pitch number 6 coming up. McClelland already up to 75 pitches here in inning number 3. She did throw 110. Yeah, 110 on Friday night. And follow that up with 41 earlier today. Outside, 2-2. Trying to get some chase there and maybe hit the outside corner, get a called third strike. Already 4 strikeouts today through 2 2/3 innings. That one lined up the middle, off of McClellan's glove. It'll be down for a base hit. 1 run will score. Will the second? The out at third, we'll see. How does it count or not? The umpires should signal something, but at least 1 run will score. Based on the reaction from the crowd, just the 1 run will score. So run there. We'll see if the umpires converge. But Fung with the hit up the middle scores a run, and the inning will definitely be over. Sulo scored. Nix was out at third. We'll see how they score it as we head to the bottom of the third.
Leading off the bottom of the 3rd inning for your Spartans, number 6, Biz Berry.
So just the one run across for WashU on that single. As Bisberry will step to the plate, grounds it to Grippo at third, throw in the dirt, and dropped by Fong over at first. So Barry reaches there on the error by Grippo, throwing error in the dirt. She took a little bit more time. I think she still would have gotten Barry, but either way, there's a runner at first, and that runner I think is about to change because Josie Henry is talking to the the home plate umpire. So running now at first is, I believe, Violet Tuma, yeah. So the flex player will go in for Barry. So the flex will run Barry, who was initially listed as the flex before the plate at the change at the plate. My apologies.
Now batting, number 12, Karen Potts.
And it'll be Karen Potts to the plate with a runner on first. That pitch, a ball, 1-0. So it's 2-1 Spartans. WashU scored last inning on a single by Katie Fung. Bases loaded, single up the middle. Potts will ground out to second. To first for one. No chance for a double play, but Potts will reach on the fielder's choice. So Tuma will go back to the dugout.
Number 17, Cameron McClellan.
Cameron McClellan to the plate. 1-for-1 with an RBI single. Bases were loaded in the previous half inning for the Bears. Fung hit the ball up the middle as the first pitch to McClellan. Potts is off and running. Throw down, not in time. Pitch was a strike, a stolen base for Potts. So now she's on second with one out. That run would be unearned still. McClellan drives that one to right center field, and it'll get down. Center fielder throws it in, but Potts will score. So another run-scoring hit off the bat at Cameron McClellan, and the Spartans lead by 2 again.
Now batting, number 7, Natalie King.
So Natalie Ching to the plate for Case Western Reserve with McClellan on first and the one out. It's now 3-1 Case Western Reserve. That pitch, a ball, 1-0. 2 in the first, 1 in the third for the Spartans. WashU with 1 in the third as well. Outside and low for a ball. It's 2-0. McClellan can be a threat to steal. 3 for 4 stealing bases this season. The 2-0 pitch. Ching hits that one deep to left field. Into foul territory goes Sulo, and she makes the catch. Close to the warning track in foul territory, and McClellan will retreat back. So a long out for Ching. The second out of the inning. And Elena Steffes to the plate for the Spartans. Steffes 0 for 1 with a strikeout so far today, or in this game. 0 for 3 today with a pair of walks. Batting average now at 269. First pitch to Staffis. Ball 1-0. Some spin on that one, whatever the offering was. McClellan's going. Pitch is swung on and missed. Throw not in time. And McClellan will get a stolen base on that. So now a runner in scoring position for Staffis. Imagine that swing there was to protect the runner a little bit. So McClellan with her 4th steal of the year. Now on second with 2 down. Pitch is high for a ball, 2-1. Case Western leads here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Outside, 3-1 now. That is the one advantage of being a left-handed catcher, is you can frame those pitches that would be inside to lefties, outside to righties. But it's hard to do when you're leaning that much. The 3-1 to Staffis. Fouls it back on it. Runs the count full, 3-2. As Bond now 1 strike away from getting out of the inning, allowing just the 1 run. Here's the payoff. Popped up, but foul into the stands behind home plate. Count remains 3-2. McClellan will go back to third. Everyone will go back to their positions. Payoff one more time. Here it comes. Ball 4, another walk for Staffis. Her 3rd today, 1st in this game. And Sophia Becker is scheduled to hit. She was just taken off her shin guards. And now she's going back to not hit. So Becker returns to the dugout to put on her catcher's gear. We'll have a pinch hitter here. We'll see who it is. Comes out of the dugout. A couple different options for the Spartans. We've seen that throughout this series today. This weekend, I'm sorry. Seen Kaylin Zuzai. We've seen Riley Williams. We've seen Maddie Benedict. It'll be Riley Williams.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention, please. Now batting for Case Western Reserve, number 8, Riley Williams.
Williams, the sophomore. Whose walk-up music is Rickroll, and now she's just letting it roll. Williams, this is her 7th appearance. She's got 5 at-bats, 0 for 5 with a walk this season. Sophomore from Redondo Beach, California, biochemistry major. She'll step up here with runners on 1st and 2nd and 2 outs. She looks at a strike. It's a 0-1. So limited at-bats for Williams this season. See what she does in this opportunity. Spartans lead 3-1, but looking to add to that advantage. Foul ball at the plate, now 0-2. McClelland on 2nd. She drove in a run with a single. Staffis on 1st. She walked. The 0-2 to Williams. High for a ball, 1-2. Last season, Riley appeared in 14 games, had just 6 at-bats, went 1 for 6 with 5 runs scored, walked once, struck out twice. So already 6 at-bats this year. Well, potentially, as this is fouled back. Still 1 and 2. She did score 5 runs, so used often as a pinch runner last season. Appeared in 14 games. So career. In her career, just the 1 base hit. 1-2 again to Williams. She lines that one into the trees in foul territory. And I looked over there and I saw in the WashU bullpen, Jesse Safoni was warming up. Safoni, who started the first game of this series through a couple innings. 2 2/3 to be exact. The 1-2 again. Goes the other way, and that ball will get foul. Just foul on that. Home plate umpire made the call standing on the line. So, still 1 and 2. Bond was trying to hit the outside corner on that, so Williams said, I'll take that the other way and dump it into right field, but just could not get it into fair territory enough. Closest we've seen to a foul ball here. Fair ball, I mean. So we're back at 1 and 2. The pitch again. Set up outside, and that's ball 2, 2 and 2. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runners on first and second. Spartans lead by 2. It's 3-1. Pitch in the dirt, gets away from Nix behind the plate. Both runners will advance on a wild pitch. And it'll be a full count on Williams now. So now 2 runners in scoring position for the sophomore. Looking for just her second career hit. Drives it into center field, and that ball will drop. Williams comes through with a pinch hit, 2 RBI single. Throw goes to home, but Williams will not advance. So the Spartans now lead 5-1 on that 2-run single from Riley Williams, her first career RBI, first hit of the season. McClellan and Steffes both scored on the play. Both runs unearned. As we'll get a runner again, I believe, at first. Williams was hitting for Becker, but that's not Becker out there at first. It'll be someone else. .25 to run for the Spartans.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention, please. Now running at first base for the Spartans, number 25, Abby Howard.
That's Abby Howard, the first year.
Number 22, Ashley Miller.
And we'll get a pitching change for the Bears, and we'll come back and tell you all about it in a minute. The new pitcher is Jesse Safoni, also a new catcher behind the plate as Harper Nix moves to first. As the first pitch was a called strike, the second pitch low for a ball. It's now 1-1 on Ashley Miller. Miller 0 for 1 today. Grounds that one foul. It's now 1-2. Kennedy rushing behind the plate. Harper Nix at first. And Jesse Safani is now in the circle. Pinch runner Abby Howard is at first. That ball in the dirt. It's now 2-2. Spartans with 3 in the third. They lead 5-1. 2 runs just came across on a single by Riley Williams. Before that, a single by Cameron McClelland earlier in the inning as Miller fouls that one away. It's now 2-2. So the line is not done on Hattie Bond. She's still responsible for the runner at first. But I'll give you the info on Safoni. 4-2 this season, a 2.16 ERA. That one grounded to third. Played well there by Grippo. Throws it over now to Nix, and that'll retire the side. So the Spartans scored 3 times in the third. It's 5-1 as we head to the top of the fourth. It'll be Emmy May to lead things off here in the top of the fourth inning for the Bears. Grounds that one to Biz Berry to her left. Will take care of it. 1 pitch, 1 out for WashU here. And now Austin Kinney to the plate, who's 5 for 5 today. 4 for 4 in the opener, and now 1 for 1 in this game. One down here. 5-1 is our score. We've played 3. Ball high. 1-0. Spartans scored 3 in the third, 2 in the first. They lead 5-1. All of those runs unearned. The 1-0 from McClelland in the dirt for a ball. 2-0 now. So now the line is done for now on Hattie Bond. 2 2/3 innings, 5 runs, 5 hits, 1 earned run, 2 walks, and a strikeout. She faced 16 batters. Jesse Safoni came in. Jesse Safoni came in and got the last out in the 3rd inning. The 2-0 from McClelland. Grounded up the third base line, but foul. 2-1 now. So McClelland will look to do what no Spartan has been able to do today, and that's retire Kinney. She's down. McKinney is up in the count, 2-1. Here batting with 1 out in the top of the 4th. Lines that one to left. Tuma, though, under it, has a beat on it, and that'll be out number 2. So finally, Kinney is retired. 2 quick outs for the Spartans in the top of the 4th. For Jamie Sendana. Oh, for 1, she struck out looking in the 2nd. Bases are empty, 2 outs. Pitch outside, or maybe a bit low, is a ball, 1-0. Bears have made McClelland work in the circle. Now 84 pitches. 85th here in the 4th. Ball low. 2-0. So those 2 quick outs, very beneficial for her on just 4 pitches. Problem is she's got to get the 3rd out, and that's been a bit of an issue for her. It was on Friday and, well, today as well. Grounder to Potts at short. And that'll be it. So an 8-pitch inning. Bears go 1, 2, 3. Here in the top of the 4th, they still trail 5-1. Spartans will be up to bat next. Nyla Durham to lead things off for Case Western Reserve here in the bottom of inning number 4. Spartans with a 5-1 lead. Durham 0 for 1. She lined out to the pitcher in her only at-bat today. That was in the 2nd. Shows bunt, gets it down in front of the plate. Pitcher Safoni will pick it up, but throw it to lot in time. Ball kicks away a little bit, but that'll be an infield bunt base hit for Nyla Durham. Well placed there. And perhaps Safoni might have been better served to let Rushing take that from behind the plate. A better angle on the throw. But a hit for Durham. 6th of the day for the Spartans for Kate Coonan, who's 1 for 2 with a single and a flyout. We'll see if Durham goes here. Another bunt. This time it's foul from Coonan. So 0-1. So Durham's on first. Coonan bunted there to attempt the sacrifice, but it went foul. We'll see if it's still on here with an 0-1 count. Durham off and running. Coonan swinging. She's got to go back, though, as May is under it for out number 1.
Now batting, number 6.
So Coonan the first out of the inning. Second time she's flown out to center for Biz Berry now. Berry officially 0 for 2. 0 for 1, I'm sorry. Sacrifice bunt in the first and reached on an error in the third. Batting here with a runner on first. Swing and a miss. It's 0-1. Durham gets that running lead at first and then stops on her secondary. Just uses her momentum. Rushing looked her back, but did not throw down. Bears a couple feet in front of the bags at the corners. Durham goes this time. She's going. Throw is in time, but then it kicks into center field. And that'll be a stolen base and an error. So Durham gets to second on the steal with the throw going into center field. Second error on a WashU catcher. Fourth error of the game for the Bears. I think it's 1. So a 1-1 count on Berry. Looking to get another RBI with Durham on third. Infield is more in now. Berry hits that one to right. This should get the run in. We'll see. Going to be a close play at the plate, but the throw is not in time. So a sacrifice fly for Biz Berry scores the run, as good base running there by Nyla Durham will get the run in and increase the Spartan lead. It's now 6-1. Currently that run unearned. Casey Cromwell will have to talk to the home plate umpire, make sure Durham touched home plate on her head-first slide into home.
Now batting, number 12, Karen Potts.
So base is empty now for Karen Potts. 1 for 2, 2 runs scored, reached on a fielder's choice in the third. 6-1 our score. Strike at the letters, 0-1. The 0-1, over again, 0-2. That's the first time I've seen 2 called strikes in a row, just from these pitchers. There's been a lot of swinging, a lot of nibbling on the corners. Nice to see 2 consecutive strikes. The 0-2 to Potts, inside for ball 1-2. Potts fouls that one back. Still 1-2. So 1-2 the count on Potts. Batting with the bases empty, 2 outs. Ball outside and low. Gets away from the catcher. Evens the count at 2-2. Potts looking to keep this inning alive. Spartans already with a run across. Nyla Durham scored on a sacrifice fly by Biz Berry. Ball in the dirt. Runs the count full. 3-2. Case Western's reserve has scored in 3 of the 4 innings so far in this game. 2 in the first, 3 in the third, 1 in the fourth. They lead 6-1 here, batting in the bottom of the fourth. And there's ball 4. So Potts works a walk. She's been on base now in all 3 of her plate appearances.
Now batting.
And Cam McClellan will come to the plate. McClellan 2 for 2, 2 singles, 2 runs batted in. looking for her first career 3-hit game. First pitch outside and low for a ball, 1-0. I don't think Potts, though Potts does lead the team in steals, I don't think she'll be going here with 2 outs and a 6-1 lead. Next pitch, fouled into the batting cages, 1-1. Called strike at the plate. Potts was running and makes it safely in time. So I stand corrected there. Stolen base for Karen Potts. She's now in scoring position for McClelland. That's her 3rd today. Match is a season and career high. But now the count is 1-2 on McClelland. Hits that one to short. Potts in front of it. And she'll advance, and the throw comes home, but Potts is safe, and a run will score. McClelland all the way to second on that. That was Sandana at short, maybe blocked a little bit by Potts. The ball hit her glove, and she stopped it there.
Now batting number 7, Natalie.
So Potts will score on the play, and McClelland is on second now. Natalie Ching to the plate now. 0 for 1 with a walk and fouled out. Fouls the first pitch back. So the inning continues. Ching fouls it back again. It's 0-2. We'll take a look at that play and see if Sandana had a play on first or not when she fields this. Oh yeah, definitely had a play on it. Just couldn't come up with it. She stopped it with her glove and couldn't get the ball in her glove. Ball outside, 1-2. So that's 5 errors for WashU in this game. After we saw, I think they had 4 in the first game. Swing and a miss, strike 3 for Ching, and Zaffoni gets out of it, but not before the Spartans score twice again. Case Western Reserve leads now 7-1. We head to inning number 5. Top 5 here at Mather Park. It's Kennedy Grippo leading things off for the Bears. 0 for 1 today with a fly out. WashU trails now 7-1 here in inning number 5. 1 run on 2 hits, 5 errors for the Bears. 7 runs on 6 hits, no errors for Case Western Reserve. So the 1-0 pitch outside for a ball. It's 2-0. Grippo looking to get a base hit here. She had one on Friday and one as well in game 1 today. Swing and a miss there. The off-speed offering. 2-1 now. The Spartans won game 1 of this series 4-1. The first game of the doubleheader went 3 hours and 4 minutes. That pitch inside for a ball. It's 3-1. It was an extra inning affair. It went 8 innings, but just a lot of base runners, a lot of action. There were 22 left on base in a 7-4 game. The 3-1 now home. Grounded right back to McClellan. She gets a glove on it. Will she be able to recover in time? She does. So that'll go down 1-3. One of the more exciting 1-3s you'll see. One down here in the 5th. That's 4 in a row retired.
Number 24,
Top of the lineup, Julia Sulo, who's walked twice today in this game, scored a run. 2 hits earlier today, 2 hits on Friday. 500 hitter for the Bears. Well, see what she does here with 1 out and the base is empty. Called strike on the outside corner. 0-1. Spartans looking to tape the rubber match of this 3-game set. Teams have traded wins so far. Case Western Reserve looks to be in a good position, up 6 here with in the top of the 5th. Joe's bunt pulls back. Now even the count at 1-1. Update from Nobby's ballpark. Spartan baseball team now down 8-0 in the 5th inning. Top of the 5th there. The 1-1 outside and low, 2-1. In UAA softball. That pitch goes foul. 2-2 now. Emery swept the doubleheader from Brandeis, winning the second game 13-10. Talk about a line score. Emery was up 5-1 after 3, 8-1 in the top of the 6th, 8-2 after 6. Added 5 in the top of the 7th as the 2-2 from McClellan fouled back. Sulo was about halfway up the line with her momentum on that swing. Sometimes that happens with the slap hitters. So Emery was up 13-2 heading into the bottom of the 7th inning at Brandeis. Brandeis scored 8 in the bottom half to make that a 13-10 ball game. Still lost, but quite a comeback from the judges. 2-2 offering swung on and missed. McClellan with the strikeout of Sulo. She's finally set down today. Strikeout number 5. And there are 2 gone here in the 5th.
Number 21, Olivia Lauber.
Lauber now, who came in as a pinch hitter, struck out in her first at bat. Now sticks around as the designated player. Looks at a strike, 0-1. So for McClelland in this game, 4 2/3 innings, 1 run on 2 hits, 2 walks, 5 strikeouts so far. Ball high, 1-1. For the Bears, their 2 pitchers, Bond and Sifoni, they've allowed 7 runs, but just 1 has been earned. 3 walks, 2 strikeouts in 4 innings. 6 hits allowed. The 1-1 offering. high for a ball, 2-1. So with that win, Emory now 3-0. They'll, after the opening weekend of conference play, be in first place. With the winner of this game in second, the loser in third, and Brandeis in fourth at 0-3. The 2-1 pitch. Low and inside for ball, 3-1. Carnegie and Chicago have yet to start conference play. And NYU as well. So conference play will get in full swing next weekend, with 3 series happening. As that pitch fouled back, runs the count full, 3-2. Case Western Reserve has the weekend off from conference play. They'll play 6 games, 2 on Thursday at Denison, 2 on Saturday here at Mather, and 2 on Sunday here at Mather. Those are against Muskingum and Mount Union, respectively. Looking to get the win here. Full count, 2 outs, bases empty. The pitch, foul ball, count remains full. The Bears, however, will continue conference play next weekend. Take on the University of Chicago at home. Swing and a miss, strike 3. So McClellan with a pair of Ks here in the 5th. That's 6 in a row she's set down. Spartans head to the bottom of the 5th. They lead 7-1. Called strike there to Elena Steffes as we begin the bottom of the 5th inning. Quick defensive change for the Bears. It'll be now number 22 as Steffes swings and misses. Quickly 0-2 on her. Lines that one to short, hits the ground, and Steffes will get on here. So Steffes on, with a base knock here, and we'll get some sort of change. Here, a pinch runner, I believe, at first. That's Katie Dolan at short, who had a tough hop there on that. And it'll be for Steffes, running for her, Sierra Ejercito.
Now running at first base for the Spartans, number 14, Sierra Ejercito. Now batting
And
for
Sophia
Case
Becker at the
Western
plate for the Spartans
Number
once
10,
again.
Sophia Becker.
Spartans looking to add to their lead. It's now 7-1 Case Western Reserve here. In the bottom of the fifth, if the Spartans score twice, this game is over by the 8-run rule. Just for the folks at home. Ejercito off with the pitch, called a ball, and it'll go into center field. So another stolen base and an error. And Ejercito's over to third base. Ball. So 1-0 on Becker. Ejercito advances to third on the stolen base. Becker grounds that one to short. Dolan will have it. Looks home, but throws to first, so the run will score. Becker with the RBI ground out.
Now batting, number 22, Ashley Miller.
As it'll be Ashley Miller to the plate. 2 ground outs so far today. The pitch from Zaffoni, over for a strike. It's 0-1. Bases are empty, 1 down here. The Spartans now lead 8-1 on that RBI ground out. The 0-1 popped up. Sulo will be called off by May, and they ran into each other. Both of them yelling, trying to catch it. Sulo ended up with the ball. Easier for her to catch it. So that'll be 2 down in the inning.
16, Nyla Durham.
Sulo, who stands 5'9" out there, versus Emmy May, who's 5'6". The ball came into her glove a little bit earlier. Just thankful they didn't run into each other. Nyla Durham now bats with 2 outs. Shows bunt. Pulls back 1-0. Durham did reach on an infield bunt single here in the previous inning. 8-1, Case Western Reserve leads. Pitch to Durham. Called strike. Evens the count at 1. Next delivery. Shows bunt, pulls back, but it was a strike anyway. Now the count runs to 1-2. Durham today, 1 for 2 with that bunt hit. Fouls back, still 1-2. Here comes the pitch. Low and outside. 2-2 now. Durham trying to keep the inning going. Turn the lineup over for Kate Coonan. Kunin, was 1 for 3 today, hitting .400 this season. Called strike 3. Durham goes down looking. However, the Spartans add to their lead in the 5th. It's now 8-1. Harper Nix to the plate for the Bears to lead off inning number 6. Nix started the game behind the plate, moved to first. 0 for 1 officially. She struck out in the first, was hit by a pitch in the third. Case Western Reserve now leads 8-1. Here in the top of the 6th. Over for a strike. Cam McClellan's still out there for the Spartans in the circle. She's thrown the whole game so far. Pitch is low for a ball. It's 1-1. That ball low again, 2-1. So after the first 2 games were decided by 3 runs each, one an extra inning contest, one where the tying and go-ahead runs were on base in the final frame. This one looking to be a blowout so far, at least. Swing and a miss by Nix evens the count 2-2. McClelland in the circle, 6 strikeouts, 2 walks, just 1 run allowed on 2 hits. She has hit 2 batters. She's gotten more than enough run support. Spartans have scored 8 times, partially due to 6 WashU errors as that pitch, whoa, hits the bull, you might say. Runs the count full 3-2. But as we've seen, this Spare offense capable of scoring in bunches. A pair of 3-run innings in the first contest. They scored 7 times. Swing at the rise ball. Probably would have been ball 4. Fouled back. Count still full 3-2. WashU came into this game averaging 6 runs per contest. A little over 6 runs per game. Held the 1 so far through 5. Payoff one more time. Outside, ball 4. So Nix draws the leadoff walk, and if you're the Bears, that's what you're looking for, just base runners here. The easiest way to score runs is to get runners on base, as we'll get a pinch runner for Nix. It'll be number 11, Christina Smith, running at first. Smith, the sophomore from Huntley, Illinois. A lot of Illinois on this WashU roster, which makes sense given the location of St. Louis. A few from Texas as well. A couple from California. National recruiting, there's the UAA.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention please. Now running at first base for Washington, number 11, Christina Smith.
Smith ran on Friday. She was a pinch runner. Did not score, did not steal a base. This is her 8th appearance. She's scored 3 times, has yet to have an at-bat, has 1 plate appearance. It was a walk. And she did not appear in the game 1 today. Called strike on Christina Donaldson. Donaldson 0 for 1 with a ground out, and she also was hit by a pitch. So Christina Smith, spelled C-H-R-I-S-T-I-N-A, at first as Donaldson laces that one to center, but Durham able to get it on the track for out number 1. I think if there was any wind or if the temperature was a little warmer, that ball was out of here, but
now batting, number 10,
cold temps, no wind.
rushing.
Ball dies on the warning track. The 3rd time we've seen that today. A couple hits from Karen Ponce that did not reach the fence, and that one now from Donaldson. So Kennedy Rushing at the plate. Rushing came in to catch in the 4th inning. This is her first at-bat in this game. She started behind the plate in game 1 earlier today, went 1 for 2. Pitch outside for a ball, 1-0. 1 for 2 with a strikeout, a run scored. Did not appear in the first game of the series. Hitting .333 this season as she lines that one into center field. Left center field gap. Durham and Tuma were both there, but it lands between them. So a really long single for Kennedy Rushing. That ball all the way to the wall. Christina Smith had to hold. She was about a third of the way to second base. Could not advance further just in case that ball was caught. So 2 runners on, 1 down here for the Bears. Top of the 6th inning. Ball low to Emmy May. May 0 for 2 today in this game. The pair ground outs. Couple of hard hit balls from WashU, both to the warning track. One caught, one that landed. Swing and a miss. Big swing and a miss by Emmy May. Evens the count at 1-1. Bears trail by 7, though. They need a few more hard hit balls to land to get back into this one. May this year, 5 RBI, 1 home run. Cuts out and misses at that one again. 1-2. Pair of ground outs today. She struck out 9 times this season. The first year from Texas. 1-2 count on her. Pitch from McClelland. Swing and a miss. Tip back into the catcher's glove, and that's strike 3. And Becker thought there were 3 outs. Becker thought there were 3 outs and threw the ball on the ground, and both runners advanced. Yeah.
Now batting, number 8, Austin Kinney.
So that'll go as an error on Becker. Both runners advance. A bit of a mental error, but she did throw the ball. You have to credit the runners somehow for moving up. So 2 down here. With Austin Kinney at the plate. Kinney 1 for 2. Double and a ground out. Takes a called strike there. It's 0-1. But not just 1 for 2 in this game. She's 5 for 6 today in the doubleheader. Ball in the dirt. 1-1. Evens the count. Yeah, a bit of a mental mistake there for the first-year catcher. Puts 2 runners in scoring position now. Hopefully it doesn't matter that much. Be a little more magnified if this game was a little tighter, but in a 7-run game, less of importance. Lines that one back, 1-2 now. So Kinney with a 1-2 count. 2 runners in scoring position for her. She has 3 RBIs this season, hitting .519. 4 for 6 day will really boost your batting average. Swings at the off speed that was up in the zone and goes out of play. That one went over the WashU dugout. You've seen McClellan go to that pitch sometimes with 2 strikes, off speed, with a little looping action, I guess is probably the best way to describe it, in the upper part of the zone, and you'll get cuts and misses, but now the timing's a little bit better and the batter's expected, so they're at least fouling it back. The 1-2 one more time. Call the ball. Evens the count at 2-2. Kinney thought about swinging. Hard to tell from here where that was, especially. Counts even, 2-2, 2 outs, 2 runners on. That ball, that one was a riser that went away a little bit. Runs the count full, 3-2. Another one, Kinney almost chased. First base is open. Spartans with a 7-run lead. Payoff. Off speed, it's staying on the line. Foul ball. McClellan waited just long enough for that ball to go fully foul. Scooped it up after it crossed foul and didn't wait for it to go back in. So a reset. Full count again. There's ball 4. So Kinney works the walk. Loads the bases for Katie Dolan. Dolan, who entered the game as a sub, a defensive sub. No batting average on the year. Oh for 8 this season. Pitch is low for a ball, 1-0. Batting here with the bases loaded, 2 outs, top of the 6th inning. The Bears trail 8-1. Dolan making her 11th appearance now in a game. She struck out 3 times in those 8 at-bats. 1-0 fouled back. It's 1-1. Dolan, the first year from New York, New York. Went to Poly Prep Country Day High School. It's a mouthful. Actually saw her after the game yesterday taking a photo with Laura Mioli, the Spartan sophomore who is also from New York City. Not entirely sure which borough Dolan is from. But Mioli is from Brooklyn, yeah. That pitch called a strike on the inside part of the plate. 1-2 now on Dolan. McClellan looking to get out of it here. Bases loaded of Bears. Grounded up the third baseline foul. Dolan stays in the box. WashU trying to cut into that 7-run deficit. Interesting to see how long, let's say how long McClellan stays in the circle, but at this point, this is her game, would be my guess. The 1-2 again. Outside, 2-2. Did not get Dolan to chase. That one not as enticing as maybe a rise ball in that same location. Less movement. Didn't really move that much. Inside, and Dolan gets hit. An RBI for Katie Dolan. The Bears will score a run.
Now batting, number 6, Kennedy Grippo.
Inning continues after the bases loaded, hit by pitch. It's now 8-2. Josie Henry out to talk to McClelland. I just mentioned, I didn't see anyone warming up. That's why I thought it's McClelland's game to lose or win right now, because there's no one warming in the Spartan bullpen. She's at 133 pitches, 73 strikes, so a decent percentage. But she has hit 3 batters, walked 4. Couple of hard hits in this inning already. Allowed the second run to come across. But in addition to the 133 pitches in this game, she threw 41 in 1 inning in the first game of the doubleheader and pitched a complete game with 110 pitches on Friday afternoon.
Once again, now batting for WashU, number 6, Kennedy Grippo.
She'll face Kennedy Grippo, the number 9 hitter in this Bear batting order. Grippo 0 for 2 today, has flown out and grounded out. Big spot here, though. The Bears could really cut into the deficit. Grippo on the year 4 RBI. First pitch to her. Outside, 1-0. I feel like Cameron McClellan has pitched with the bases loaded and more at-bats today than I've seen in a while. 1-0 is the count on Grippo. Next pitch called a strike, evens the count at 1-1. Ball high, 2-1. Fouled back, 2-2 now. The other thing with McClellan this inning, Kenny walked on a 3-2 pitch. Dolan was hit on a 3-2 pitch. Before that, Emmy May 1-2, 1-0, 0-1. So, but just the last few batters, she's thrown quite a few pitches too. And that one's lined into left field, a base hit. 1 run will score. Here comes a second as the ball is cut off, but goes into the foul territory area. So a 2-run single there from Kennedy Grippo. Advances a second on the throw. And the Bears now, it's 8-4.
Now batting, number 24, Julia Sulo.
Top of the WashU lineup now, batting in Julia Sulo, with the Bears trailing by 4 and 2 runners still on base. We'll get a pitching change here for the Spartans. I'll tell you all about it when we come back. So it'll be Josephine Alspa coming in for the Spartans into the circle with Julia Sulo at the plate. Cameron Cullen did not leave the game. She moved to right field. Violet Tuma was removed from the game. Ashley Miller, who was in right, moved from right to left. So a big spot here for WashU. It's Julia Sulo at the plate. Runners on second and third. The Bears trail by 4. First pitch is a strike, 0-1. Alspa pitched 4 2/3 innings earlier today. Did not allow a run on 5 hits, 1 walk, 4 strikeouts. Those 4 2/3 innings were in relief. 205 earned run average this season. She'll face Sulo, the best hitter in this WashU lineup. Ball outside, 1-1. Coming into the day, Alspa had a 3.11 ERA, but she lowered that with those 4 innings. This is her 12th appearance, leads the team. She's 2-1 with 3 saves. With the tying run on deck, if she finishes this game, it would be a save situation. Called strike there, off speed, had Sulo fooled. Running 1-2 is the count. Ball in the dirt, blocked by Becker in front of her. Evens the count at 2-2. Yeah, the tying run is on deck for the Bears, so a tough situation for Alspa to come in, especially with Sulo at the plate. She takes a pitch there. Called, strike 3. And that'll do it for the Bears in their half of the 6th. WashU scores 3 times, though. They've cut into the deficit. It's 8-4 as we head to the bottom half. It'll be the top of the Case Western Reserve batting order here in the bottom of inning number 6. Kate Coonan leading things off Coonan 1 for 3 with a pair of flyouts and a single. She scored in the first inning. Average down to 400. First pitch to her, over for a strike. Spartans lead trimmed from 8-1 to 8-4. As Casey Cromwell talked to the home plate umpire, I guess is officially putting in the re-entries. She was not happy with the umpire at the end of the last inning. As I think most of it was that less with the called strike three and more with how the umpire left everyone confused as to what the call was. Even up here in the press box, we couldn't really tell. I could only tell by the expression on Katie Sulo's face. The 0-1 to Coonan, squares bunt, goes foul, just behind the plate, now 0-2. Sorry, Julia Sulo, not Katie Sulo. It's Kate Coonan at the plate. Spartans lead by 4. 3 outs away from winning this one. Coonan drives out one to center, but May is under it for out number 1.
Now batting, number 6, Biz Berry.
Biz Berry now 0 for 1 officially. She has a sacrifice hit and a sacrifice fly and reached on an air. Ball outside, it's 1-0. Fouls that one up the first baseline, evens the count at 1. She's facing Jessie Safoni, who is now in her 3rd full inning of work. Hattie Bond started the game, went 2 2/3. Safoni's been now pitched 2 2/3 herself. Berry fouls that one back. It's now 1-2. Of the 8 runs allowed, just 2 have been earned. 3 walks, 3 strikeouts combined. 7 hits for the 2 pitchers. Safoni, 3 runs charged to her on 2 hits, 2 strikeouts, and a walk. The 1-2. Inside and high, 2-2. Berry at the plate. Karen Potts is on deck. Biz grounds that one to short. Dolan over there. Not in time. A little slow play over there for Katie Dolan and an infield single for Biz Berry.
Number 12, Karen Potts.
Her first hit of the game. Potts batting now. 1 for 2 with a walk. She's scored all 3 times she's come up to the plate. Singled in the first and later scored. Reached on a fielder's choice and scored in the 3rd. Walked and scored in the 4th. First pitch swinging, hits that in the left field. Over left fielder's head and off the wall. Berry had to hold. She's going into 3rd. We'll see if there's a play on her. There is not. So a double for Karen Potts to left field. No.
Now batting, number 17, Cameron McClellan.
As the Bears will meet in the circle, it looked like Jessie Safoni called the meeting herself. Talk about what they want to do here. With 2 runners in scoring position and Cameron McClellan at the plate. McClellan 2 for 3 with 2 runs batted in. Up to 11 on the season now. That's hit number 9 for the Spartans. So Berry's on 3rd, Potts is on 2nd. McClellan at the plate. Ball outside. This is a That was your number 2 and number 3, and now your cleanup hitter for Case Western Reserve. Line to first and caught by Nix. Runners retreat quickly. Now there's 2 gone here in the 6th. And be Natalie Ching to the plate. The first year is 0 for 2 with a walk and a strikeout. She fouled out in the 3rd as well. Inside for a ball, 1-0. Two away here in the bottom of the 6th. Grounded up the middle. That'll get through. A base hit for Ching. 1 run will score. 2 runs will score. And a 2 RBI base hit for the first year Natalie Ching. And now it's 10-4 Case Western Reserve. Both of those runs will be earned. We get Elena Steffes put back into the game. She had been replaced by a pinch runner and never put back in because she's a designated player, and you can just do stuff like that in softball. CWRU leads now. CWRU now leads 10-4 here in the 6th. Matches a season high in runs scored for the Spartans. Last time they scored 10 was against Catholic. That was on February the 28th, earlier this year. That was in a 10-4 win.
Now batting, number 19, Elena Steffes.
So Steffes will re-enter. 1 for 2, a walk, a strikeout, and a single. Ching still at first. Steffes held back, eventually made contact, and Zaffoni will make the play herself, out 1 unassisted. So that'll do it for the home half of the 6th. Case Western Reserve adds 2. Spartans 3 outs away from securing the series win.
Leading off the
Top of the 7th for WashU. It's Elena Locasio for the Bears. This position in the lineup has been shifted between Locasio and Olivia Lauber. Lauber's got 2 at-bats. She struck out in both of them. Locasio 0 for 1 with a strikeout as well. She'll face Josephine Alsbaugh, who came in the top of the 6th, got the final out in that inning. Pitch outside for a ball, 1-0. Look to close this one out. Technically still a save. Entered in a save situation, so if she finishes it, she'll get the save and a 10-4 win. Ball inside. Now 2-0.
No, I mean like the people who cheer. Oh yeah.
3-0 now on the ball in the dirt. We're past 6 p.m., almost 6:15 here. And that's a called strike, 3-1. This doubleheader started at 12 p.m. You might have thought, oh, maybe there were some weather delays or something like that, but no. We just had a long first game and now a long second game. The 3-1 from Alspa. That's outside, so Ocasio works a walk. She's on now to lead off the 7th.
Now batting, number 23, Harper Nix.
Harper Nix to the plate. Nix 0 for 1 with a walk and a strikeout. She was hit by a pitch as well. Scored a run. Bears sent 8 to the plate in that 6th inning. Ball outside, 1-0. Alspa looks for the sign. Not how she wanted to start out this 7th inning. She started 3-0 on Ocasio. Walked her on 5 pitches. First pitch ball to Nix. Now it's 1-1. Ball outside, 2-1. 13 pitches for Alspa, just 5 strikes so far in this game. She did throw 4 innings in the first game of the doubleheader. That one fouled back. 4 2/3 innings. 76 pitches in that one, 44 for strikes. So a little bit better ratio. Not ideal. Counts even, 2-2. Ocasio's the runner on first. The pitch. Low. 3-2. Alspa went off speed there. Bears maybe were looking for it, or Nix was looking for it, just held off on the swing because the ball was in the dirt. So full count now for Nix. Pitch. Fouled back. Good catch there by Becker off foul pole. Count remains full. Nix hitting .375 this season, 9 runs batted in. Full count one more time. And it hit her. 4th hit batter of the day.
Now batting, number 15.
For Spartan pitching.
Donaldson.
Bring up Christina Donaldson. 2nd time Nix has been hit by a pitch. You can't imagine the hit batter. At least that one wasn't intentional. Full count. Final inning. Christina Donaldson to the plate, 0 for 2. Takes a ball outside and high. 1-0 is the count. Donaldson grounded out, flew out, and was hit by a pitch. It's now with runners on first and second. Nobody out here in the 7th. That was a ball. 2-0. As Becker will go out to talk to Alspa, a pair of first years in the circle there. Chatting about throwing strikes, I guess. Hopefully that's what they're chatting about. And she goes back quickly. Maybe it was just a distraction. Like, hey, get out of your head. Throw strikes, get outs. Quick conference is over. Counts 2-0 on Donaldson. Fouls that one back. 2-1. Four hit batters from Spartan pitching now. in addition to 5 walks. Pitch is over for a strike. 2-2. This game started at 3:47. It is now 6:18. Ball in the dirt. Runs the count full at 3-2. So we've been over 5.5 hours of softball here today. Full count. High ball 4. So Alspaugh walks the bases loaded here in the 7th.
Now batting number 10.
A walk, a hit batter, and another walk. And the Bears now, there were 2 runs in the bottom half of the 6th. If the Case Western Reserve didn't get that, WashU would be bringing the tying run to the plate. But head coach Josie Henry will go out for conference, and we'll take a quick break, as there'll be a pitching change. Dev Misra now in to pitch for the Spartans, her second appearance today. She started the first game of the doubleheader, went 2 1/3 innings, gave up 4 runs, all earned on 6 hits with 2 strikeouts and no walks. She's entering here with the bases loaded and no outs in the top of the 7th against Kennedy Rushing, who is 1 for 1. Swing and a miss there. Rushing tried to hold up, but did not, so that's strike 1. Misra on the season, 2.79 ERA, 37 2/3 innings pitched, 28 strikeouts. She's allowed 32 hits. The 0-1 pitch called strike 2 on the outside corner. Quickly 0-2 on Rushing. Swing and a miss, strike 3. So Dev Misra comes on, gets 3 quick strikes on Kennedy Rushing, gets the strikeout. Now Spartans are 2 outs away from closing this game out.
Number 20, Dawson Gabusi.
Bears will have a pinch hitter here. Emmy May was scheduled to hit. She'll be hit for by Dawson Debussy, who we saw in the first game today, who went 0 for 1 in a pinch hitting opportunity, stranded the bases loaded. Once again, the bases are loaded for Debussy. Hits the first pitch she sees in the outfield. Durham on it. She'll make the catch. We'll see if tagging is an option. It is not. So the pinch hitter was retired quickly on 1 pitch.
Now batting number 8, Austin Kinney.
Final hope for the Bears is Austin Kinney. 1 for 2. Drove in a run with a hit by pitch. Sorry, 1 for 2 with a walk. Scored a run. Looks at a ball. It's 1-0. Misra, the senior from Aldie, Virginia. Looking to close this one out for Case Western Reserve. Not a safe situation, just trying to get 3 outs. The 1-0. Over for a strike, evens the count at 1-1. Spartans 1 out away from securing the series victory over the Bears. Bit of an upset as WashU came into the series with just the 1 loss. Outside, 2-1. Came in ranked number 6 in Division III. Spartans, no slouches themselves, came in ranked 19th. Outside and low, 3-1. And as much as Case Western Reserve will celebrate the series victory, they let the second game get away from them, tying it in the 7th and letting the Bears win it in 8. The 3-1 offering from Misra. Popped up, will go just foul. Into the stands, a good catch there by a fan. One-handed grab, no glove, behind the back. Wearing St. Patrick's Day glasses too, so can't imagine they can see that well either. So count is full, 3-2. Runners will be off on the pitch. Bases are loaded. It's Austin Kinney at the plate. WashU down to its final strike here in this one. Pops that one, and it'll get down for a base hit. At least 1 run will score. Throw back to third. Nothing there. So a 2-out RBI single for Austin Kinney keeps the Bears alive here in the 7th. That run will be charged to Allspaw, as we'll get a pinch hitter here as well. It was Katie Dolan scheduled to hit. It will now be Sydney Schneider.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention, please. Now batting for WashU, number 4.
Schneider, in the first game of the doubleheader, went 0 for 1 with a strikeout. In game 1 of the series, 0 for 4, so yet to get a hit against Case Western Reserve in 5 attempts. She's the senior from Sherman Oaks, California. Went to Sierra Canyon High School. Score is now 10-5 in favor of the home team. 2 outs here in the top of the 7th. I mentioned this on Friday, but Sierra Canyon, same high school as Bronny James. First pitch to Schneider, down low for a ball. It's 1-0. Comes into today hitting .317, 10 RBI, 8 runs scored. Tying run technically on deck for the Bears. 1-0. Over for a strike, evens the count at 1-1. Case Western Reserve 10, WashU 5. Pitch. Called, strike 2. WashU again down to its final strike. Here it comes. Grounded to short. Going to be a tough play, and it goes through Karen Potts' legs, and no interference called there, and 2 runs will come across. Josie Henry will argue there's some sort of interference between the runner coming between second and third. She'll talk to Kathy Graff, who made the call. As it stands now, 2 runs have scored. It's now 10-7. The umpires will conference. So after the umpires confer, they rule nothing doing on that play. No interference on the offensive team. So WashU now bringing the tying run to the plate. It's Kennedy Grippo.
Now batting, number 6.
Potentially Kennedy Grippo. Kennedy Grippo scheduled to hit. I think there might be a change with a runner, would be my guess. Because Grippo, 1 for 3 with a pair of runs scored. It'll be Ali Bodkin running at second base.
Now running at second base for WashU, number 1, Ali Borkin. Now batting for the Bears, number 6.
She'll run at second for Austin Kinney as this game continues and the WashU rally keeps on going. Score is now 10-7. Called strike there, 0-1. Strike 2 now, 0-2 on Grippo. So once again, WashU down to their final strike, but they've scored 3 times in this same situation. The pitch from Misra outside, 1-2. So that'll close the book on Alsaba. 3 runs allowed in the third of an inning, 2 walks and a strikeout, all 3 earned. 1-2, grounded to second. Ching over to first, and that'll do it. This game will end finally at 6:31 p.m. Eastern Time. The Spartans take the game, take the series.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Spartans will return to Mather Park on
And that'll do it here from Mather Park. Thank you for joining us for this doubleheader. Case Western Reserve will improve to 12-4 on the year, 12-5 on the year. The Bears will drop to 13-3-1. The win will go to McClellan. Loss will fall to Bond. As the Spartans will take the victory here and take the series from the Bears. Thank you for joining us today. I've been Eddie Karakis. Tune in on Saturday when Case Western Reserve takes on Muskingum a week from today. Have a good evening, everyone.